This is it so far. Just drove pilot bushing in. Look at that. Got the headers, alternator and pulleys on. Everything fits so far, so let's keep going. I need to get lock washers for these because they're just almost too long, but a lock washer will make it perfect. The flywheel bolts were torqued. Don't need to worry about it. Okay, just in case anybody is wondering, on a 1973 to, I believe, 84, don't quote me on it, Grumman Olson or Chevy or GMC P10 2030, mine is a P30, just for the example. This is the motor mount or the engine perch that is for a Chevy 350, directly across from each other. And you can see that on the 292 and the 250, the 232, and the 350, all the same engine mount. It does change for the 454, I believe, or it's the position. You can see there's multiple places you can put it on this thing. So, but exactly the same when it comes to the driver's side. Passenger side, this is for the 350 and the 250 and the 232, everything, not the 292. It's offset. That goes like that and brings it forward. You cannot use a C10 2030 or any other type of perch. It's going to be the P10 2030 only to be able to bolt that right there, to be able to put a 350, or you can use the adapters to put an LS inside your what do you call it? Your P30 Step van. So I hope that helps somebody. It was a pain in the ass to figure it out. Luckily, someone on Facebook had these, was able to get them to me, and I powder coated them, and now I can put my Blueprint 350 in here. Here we are. Moment of truth. Whew. Here we freaking go. Bada bing, bada boom. Just keep trying. This is where we're at so far. It's getting there. It's gonna be a tight motherfucking fit. Goddamn. I was being brave by leaving the headers on here. So we're gonna see. New dash is installed, not wired yet, but installed in there. Had to cut away material. And now I just hooked up the throttle, which actually worked perfect. I wasn't sure if you could reverse mount it, but look at Blueprint. This type, you can mount it on the top or the bottom. So if you need to mount that way, you can. What a dream. So easy. So let's review what has to be done. The electric choke, tack, and coil are wired up through this loom right here, which is hanging loose. The reverse light switch to the transmission is wired up. This is alternator, needs to go there. We also need to install that little loop. I don't know where it is. It's like that goes between whatever pin it is there and the stud on the back. And I think that's it. And we need to get electrical tape because we are out of electrical tape. Alrighty, got everything loosely wired up here. Got a fire extinguisher handy. No sparking when I touch the negative terminal. I'll keep that loose just so I can get it off. And right now I've got no ground to the relay that powers the coil, and I've got the coil unplugged at the HEI distributor. We're just going to see if it turns over here. So got it in neutral. Put on the brake just in case. Turn it on, make sure there's no sparks. See if it turns over. Yep. Let's see if we build oil pressure. There we go, oil pressure. Cool, we built oil pressure. Thing turns over. Awesome. Alrighty, we're gonna fire it off real quick and shut it off, just to make sure everything's hooked up properly. See what this bitch sounds like. Make sure everything's out of the way here. That can't hit that. Everything should be fine, so whew, I'm so nervous. No power to the choke, so it may struggle, but 2 pumps. Here we go. All the wiring's pretty much cleaned up, so now I just got to put in the radiator stay and zip tie everything and make sure it looks all stock and clean and uncoil stuff and all that. And yeah, there it is. Everything's all loomed and taped, and I even did that with some of the vacuum and oil pressure lines, all mechanical, so it's reliable. And then clean up the wiring and just make it look pretty, and then no one will ever see it again. Just like that, the engine bay is all done. Fuck me. That was a lot of work.
Currently soldering together all the lighting circuit here. And yeah, should be done pretty quick here. Much better. Holy hell. That thing's frickin' silent. Sitting at 14.3 at idle. Oh, wow. Oh my God, that's a lot more power. Fucking silent in here. Ooh, it's time for suspension. It seems a little wonky, like driving a drunk jelly bean. Beautiful.